It's Thursday night. You probably have cable at home, and if you don't, maybe you got the Hulu or the Netflix, Amazon Prime, or something else. You could watch literally anything. But you chose us because you're smart.
Don't let anybody tell you different.
Don't let anybody tell you different, especially this time of year. You're smart. You make wise choices. There's a lot of good stuff on TV tonight. A lot of watchable stuff. You chose us. Thank you. We're going to do our best to entertain, even with Matthew Capitacazzi here. Matthew, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, Troy. How are you?
Fantastic. You know why?
Why?
Clean bill of health, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Clean bill of health. And to celebrate, I'm having an ice-cold Treehouse beer.
Look at you.
Good friend of the show, good friend of ours, Jen with 2 N's, sent me a message a little while back. Hey, Troy, going to Treehouse. Want anything? I was like, yup. She's very green. I'm so excited. I haven't had a drink in 10 weeks. Isn't that amazing? I feel good, and I'm excited to actually enjoy myself while we record this for a change.
Dude, you've been enjoying yourself.
Joe, I'm
You've
just
been
making
having
jokes.
a great time.
Just making jokes to have some fun up here. Oh, Grant, what's going on, buddy? You got an orange shoe in your room. Is that for All Hallows Eve?
It's a little All Hallows Eve, but it's the mixture of the yellow and red because I am now sponsored by Slim Jim thanks to my Raffo Rumblebeard. Snap into it, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry I asked, but yeah, those are Slim Jim colors. Hey, do you guys like Slim Jims? I don't mind a Slim Jim.
I love Slim Jims.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's probably not a surprise.
They have a weird sour taste to them.
Oh yeah, well it's a mess of chemicals. But sometimes just like you're on a long road trip, you pop into a 7-Eleven, you're at the counter, you're like, I'll get a 9-foot-long Slim Jim. It'll last me the next couple hours. Don't sleep on Slim Jims.
Do you do the Slim Jim and cheese?
No, that's just gross.
Yeah.
That's just shaving years off your life.
I already don't know where the meat's coming from. I don't want to have to worry about where the cheese is coming from, too. Joe, how are you doing, buddy?
Fantastic, buddy. Fantastic, except for one problematic thing.
Let me guess. You went golfing today, and I didn't join you.
That was a positive. Huge plus. Actually moved along the course at a regular pace. It was really nice.
That's just rude.
No, I'm going on week 3 without a washer and dryer. The washer and dryer has been busted.
Fun.
2 separate deliveries of the washer dryer delivered broken washer dryers that they had to then just take away again. And so, like a college student, I drove my kids, well, I guess like an irresponsible college student, I drove my kids down to my parents' house to do 3 loads of laundry the other day.
How long is that drive?
An hour and a half. But it's also like they get to see their grandparents. That's, it's killing 2 birds with one stone there.
I feel bad for you. I'm on year 26 of no washer dryer.
Yeah, what are laundromats like during the pandemic?
They're great. They're great. Real party central.
Skid, how are you, man? Next week's a very special week. We were going to be doing a Halloween show in New York City on your birthday, and now nothing. Now you got nothing.
I'm not. I've been canceled my birthday out of solidarity.
It's canceled. Will you not be accepting the next age? You're just going to stay your current age?
I can't in good conscience age.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Manage it. Nope, there we go.
We lost.
This may happen all night. This has been happening, so this may keep happening.
Oh, dear.
Got some technical difficulties. You better talk to your landlord. See if they can figure something out. Just put a broom
Man
in the room.
upstairs. Talking to the man upstairs.
Mr. Furley, the fuck? It's good to see you guys. What you folks at home may or may not know, we saw each other in person for the first time in months. Now, I saw Joe a couple times golfing, but we don't really talk when we're on the golf course. Joe is just usually
Troy.
throwing his clubs across the green.
While Troy is rooting through the woods time and again for some random ball that's been lost.
Taking driving range balls. I'm like, I'll need these later. But we saw each other for the first time on Monday since March, and we recorded the Glass Cannon podcast.
Yeah, we did. They're in the can, baby.
Coming back, along with Androids and Aliens next month. And if you want to know exactly when it's going to come back, then you need to sign up for our newsletter. Go to our website. There'll probably be a pop-up that comes up right on the screen, glasscannonnetwork.com. You can sign up for the newsletter. If the pop-up doesn't come up because maybe you went there and you shut it down, cookies and whatnot, I don't know how the internet works, go to our contact page and you can sign up for the newsletter there. And that'll be the first way to find out what days they are coming back. So sign up for the newsletter. It's also a great place to find out, like, we've got so much shit going on right now. If you don't watch all our shows, you may not know. If you're not on the Twitter, not on the Facebook, not on Instagram, you don't know what's happening. This is your one-stop shop to find out all things Glass Cannon Nation. Let me tell you, there are a lot of things happening in the next few weeks. I'm not even going to say, but just get excited because there's a lot of content coming out and the return of possibly your favorite shows in a month. So sign up for the newsletter.
And do us a favor. I see folks out there usually when we do our weekly tweet and Instagram post about what's coming up for the week. Sometimes people ask about what's going on with things that we've mentioned elsewhere. And you guys are nice enough to answer them and let them know what's going on. Next time, if you do feel like being that nice again, just tell them to sign up for the newsletter. It would really do us a favor. It would do us a huge solid.
Grab your folks' phone, sign them up for the newsletter. They don't even know how to open email. Just help pad our numbers.
Yeah, let me tell you how quickly and easily my dad navigates to the promotions tab of his Gmail and cleans it out regularly. They wouldn't even know it's there. They wouldn't even know it was there.
You may see, if you don't sign up for the newsletter, you may not even know that last week and this week we dropped 2 new episodes of New Game Who Dis, playing Warhammer 40K Deathwatch with Grant GMing.
I mean,
It's a wild ride.
It truly is the end of the world with me GMing. That's what's happening right now.
Right. We've run out of options.
I had a lot of fun hosting, though. I know Matthew had a lot of fun playing on it.
Oh, man, just a beacon of joy. To be
I had a
around.
lot of fun playing with you, Grant.
Aww.
Aww.
Check it out. I mean, we are having a blast with it, and I think it shows in the recording.
I mean, what Skid brings to that game as a Space Marine, you can't miss it. You got to check it out. You got to check it out.
And we got one more up coming out next week, so you know, got some time to catch up. A lot of exciting things happening in the Naish, including Side Quest Side Sesh. And a lot of people are wondering, like, what's going to happen with Side Quest Side Sesh once Glass Cannon podcasts come back? Well, the plan is we're going to finish this module, and that means that you're going to get even more content because, as I've always said, I can't help but give. You're going to get Side Quest Side Sesh still live every Thursday, and then the podcast that normally drops on Tuesday. Once Glass Cannon comes back, we're going to throw it on the podcast feed on Monday. So you'll get the podcast version of Side Quest Side Sesh from the video last week on a Monday, and then a brand new Glass Cannon podcast on a Tuesday. I mean, come on. Wednesday, a little New Game Who Dis. Thursday, we're back live. Friday, Skids GMing. You never know what's happening on Saturday. What are you doing with your life if you're not following the Glass Cannon Nation? I got nothing else. I'm too tired to now even run a game.
Man, you really put it all into the marketing.
Just
front loaded it.
Sometimes playing this character is just tiring. Just tiring. No, but I'm excited about tonight because I did say last week that I thought last week's episode would be the one where you crack what this module is about. And now, obviously, you still don't really know, but now you are armed with a lot more information. So I sent you guys a note today. I said you should rewatch certainly like the last 10 minutes of last week's episode or listen to it or whatever, just for that info dump, because there was a big info dump. You got these, you found this thing called the narcotic manuscripts, along with a bunch of notes by the keepers of the oldest. And so you knew that this was going to take you a lot of time to kind of figure out. You went out of the sunless grove, climbed all the way back up that 800-foot staircase, got back outside and noticed that the town was no longer quiet and sleepy and wondering. They're all out there and they're like, we got to get out of Carrion Hill. This is a disaster. People are fighting over horses, arguing with taxi cab drivers. No, that's my cab. And the crows are doing their best. They're like, So you go back to Crown Manor. You talk to Mayor Hegri, and he's like, well, what I find out is that it's definitely invisible. We know that. And you're like, great. Awesome. What else can you tell us that we already know? But he gives you your 1,500 gold, and he says, remember, 3,000 gold if you help us eliminate this. Why don't you stay here as my guest? Take all the time you need. Not really all the time you need. There's a giant thing destroying our city. Slash the world. Look over your notes. Look over these narcotic manuscripts. If you need some help, I'll send my wizard buddy to help you check that stuff out. And the Wiz, and nobody beats him. What is the guy in Winterrun? He's got a lot of classic lines in Skyrim.
Run?
Is it Whiterun? Yeah, not Winterrun. Whiterun.
The wizard, the mage.
The mage, yeah. What is it? I mean, you talk to him
could join
so
the mages' college in Winterhold if you have the aptitude, or something like that.
Yeah. He's a bit of an asshole, but this guy is very nice. What is his name? Margrick. Grant, you take better notes than I.
Nice notes, Grant.
Margaret Fuckstone. What's his name?
Margaret Fuckstone. That's it.
From a long line of Fuckstones.
Yeah, I can't.
My father was a Fuckstone.
And his father was a Fuckstone? No, he sends you... what is the dude's name? Well, anyways, he sent you him, and he's like, oh, let me look over these manuscripts. And what is the info that you glean from this? I want to hear it from your mouth.
Pass.
Come on, Joe.
Don't understand it. Can't
Too busy bathing your kids?
I'll give you the Philly version. This is my basic understanding of what this dude read out of this ancient manuscript. Trying to get more powerful magic than is possible here in Galarian.
So far, so good.
These dudes go into an ancient ritual to open a portal to aliens that have more powerful magic than we do, knowing full well that some part of their soul goes through the portal and can be consumed by the creature on the other side, which then grows in strength.
There's a warning they read that might happen.
Right. So why they go into it, I don't know. Well, I guess there's a fair amount of things that as people we have fair warnings could go wrong that we still do anyway. So right. I guess it makes sense to a certain extent. I thought it was a little bit more definite that it happens. But this creature then, I guess, consumed some identities or souls or something. And now if we kill the people whose souls he consumed, we can weaken the creature? Is that right?
Those he didn't consume, I believe. He consumed 2 souls on the spot out of the 5 people there.
Only 2.
Marchand and someone else. And
were the other 3 just like, and just ran?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that, well, I mean, we don't have it in writing exactly what they did, but presumably.
I'd like to see it in writing.
Margaret Shortstone was his name. His general understanding of it is pretty close to what you're saying. They knew that there was a risk that their essence might be consumed by this thing, but to them, the juice was worth the squeeze. So they called this thing to the material plane, to Galarian, and in essence was exchanged both ways, I think. But it then killed 2 of them, becoming more powerful in that moment by killing the 2 of them. The other 3 took off. So now, if it is able to track down those other 3 that it is now inexorably linked to because of the ritual, it will become more powerful than anyone can imagine. However, if someone else can kill or maybe capture, but kill seems like the best idea, these other 3, before it does, it will stay at its level of power or it will possibly be banished. You don't know, but you do know that everything you need to know is in these narcotic manuscripts. You have a list of names, 5 keepers. You assume 2 of them are dead, and you've now got a hit list basically.
Troy, I think, may have just given something away, which makes sense. And I put it together with how this creature is acting, right? He said it may be banished at this point. It may be lunging out, just randomly looking for these remaining 3 is what I'm thinking based off of what he said. So the creature is desperate because I think, based off of what he just said, unless he eats all 5 of these things, he's going to go back. He needs all 5 of them to stay on this plane. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think as soon as we kill them, but maybe if he gets like 1 more, he'll stay. I don't know. But that's my working theory.
It can't be that, because then we could kill one of them and he'd be fucked. So
Right, and it can't be that if we kill the other ones, he just stays at his current power level, right? Because it's, at least at this stage, we think it's unimaginably, like we can't kill it, right? It's like an unkillable creature. It's invisible, and it wrung human bodies like they were rags, like that, you know what I mean? In an instant, killed them. It just seems like not something. Doesn't seem like something we're going to fight toe to toe. So, like, I feel like killing these 3 is going to banish it, I would assume.
I mean, it's
our only hope, right?
If it's tied to all 5 of their souls, then it would stand to reason, like, if 3 of those souls are gone, then can't stick around.
Yeah, or sufficiently weakened enough that, I don't know, something else happens. I don't know. But this is crazy shit. So, like, is this thing an interloper in the process of trying to learn this powerful arcane cosmic magic? Or is this a thing that they were trying to reach to teach them the magic and it consumed them? Do you understand that question? Does that make sense of that?
I think from the information you have, it's more the latter than the former.
Okay, so they were trying to reach this entity or something.
They needed the energy of this creature to come.
Okay.
Through. Yeah.
Okay.
To learn from it. It is they're obsessed with what happens beyond the dark tapestry, and so finding this ritual, they thought it was worth everything to risk to see if they could actually tap into this energy that they so covet.
Now, do we have the ritual? Is that part of the paperwork we have? Do we see the ritual?
It is. Yeah. I mean, it's all there, but like you would have to spend, you would think, months trying to construct exactly how to do it. They probably had this copy of the Narcotic manuscripts for a while, and they were also students of this type of magic, and so they knew what to do it. In your hands, as good aligned or neutral aligned clerics, it would just take you a while to kind of figure it out.
Makes sense.
Not enough time, and certainly you don't see there anything in there to like reverse the ritual.
Yeah, well, I guess that wasn't really my intention in asking.
You want to call another creature forward
that would then fight it, but on our side, it would consume our good souls, become good,
like a Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Let them fight.
Let them see it through to the end. No, I can't.
They're just talking. Let them work it out.
Why did I ask that question? I guess I asked that question to see if there were maybe any inherent clues in where these other ones are. So if there's something tied to the ritual where they might have gone, somebody who might have seen them, if they had to procure a certain amount of whatever, maybe they spend a lot of time in a certain place so we could talk to somebody there that knows them.
All you have is the names. But maybe there's people that know them around town. Maybe even the mayor knows them. But yeah, you pretty much have a list and knowledge of what needs to be done. That's kind of all you have. Margaret Shortstone looks at you and is like, listen, I can't imagine what it would be to be in your position should you help the mayor and help Carrion Hill in their struggles. I cannot imagine what it would be to face something of such an unknown nature from the beyond. What will you do?
Well, I do not think that we will fight it, if that is your question. From what I have seen, and I have seen what war can do to a body, and I have never seen anything like that.
Have you fought in wars?
I have.
Which one?
The War of the Seven Hills.
Ah, yes.
Oh, the Seven Hills conflict?
I know.
Seven Hills conflict.
It was known in other parts of Galarian as the Seven Hills conflict.
Well, it was.
I think it was more of a police action.
Yes, technically a police action.
How dare you say that to me?
I
Who was there?
I read the papers. I don't know.
I know. You don't think I know war when I see it?
No, I'm sure it was horrible.
You are a Seven Hills vet.
Yes,
Wow,
that is
in
correct.
the flesh.
I take no pride in it. It was awful. But it led me on the road to becoming what I am today, which is a healer. Something I am proud to do.
Yes. You must remind me, while I am a student of magic, my memory of history isn't as good as it once was. What was this war all about? The war for the Seven Hills.
Oh, it's a sad tale, friend.
Go on, Johnny, please. You probably could do it far more
I hate
justice
to
than
in
I.
front of you who were there. I wouldn't dare.
It all started in the markets of Kadira.
Yes.
And a
Well,
loose-lipped spy
Yes.
from Abandego
Oh my.
de-shipped. Is de-shipped a word?
It is now. It is now.
Disembarked.
Yes.
Disembarked and told a secret of the Black Sides clan to
God, the
attack
Black Sides were involved.
Yes,
The
the
infamous
dreaded Black Sides
dreaded black sides.
of Abandego. Their intention to take over the Padishah Emperor of Kalesh's lands to the west, and the Emperor and his council would not have it. And so we were sent to war against the pirates.
The Pirates of the Hills?
They say the hills, but it was really islands. But they were very hilly islands.
Right, they call
Seven
them
of
the
them.
hills. It's an archipelago.
Yes, they called them the hills, but they were in fact hilly islands.
Amazing that you've lived to tell such a tale.
Yes. As I said, I'd prefer to forget that horrible memory.
I won't bring
Let
it
us
up
not speak of it again.
again. As staggering as it is to be in the presence of a veteran of the Seven Hills massacre, I shan't bring it up again.
A massacre it was. I would prefer to not go into any further detail.
Never.
Perhaps
Thank
in
you.
3 or 4 episodes we shall ask again to see how much of the story has changed.
Throw the details out of your mind. Think of it not.
God. Well,
They painted the sides of their ships black. That's why they were the Black Sides.
Right.
All right, that is all I'll say.
yes.
That is all I'll say.
Oh, that makes sense.
Picture
well,
not those black ships coming over the Seven Hills,
Which are actually islands.
which were actually islands.
Kadira trembled at the sight of those black ships.
Those ships coming over the hills.
Well,
I do not think this creature is something we shall be fighting. According to these manuscripts, we must weaken it first. We should find the others who participated in this ritual, but how to find them, I do not know.
Yes, let me see this name of lists again, or the list of names. Sorry, I drank before I came in here. There's Keeper Baskerville, Keeper Crove. Now, Crove rings a bell, but I can't place it. Keeper Hive, Keeper Marshan, and Keeper Maya. No, I don't know those names. Mayor Hegri is a bit of a man of the people. Perhaps he could help you. Otherwise, you may be forced to just take to the streets and ask around town, gathering information via diplomacy checks to find out more about these people. But
Well, armed with their names, and seeing as the town is completely calm and willing to allow us to gather information.
There's no better time to mingle.
No better time to mingle.
Look to the taverns. Those who fear not the end of the world would be there drinking.
I have
sure.
drugs to sell.
Well, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I'm sure there are buyers out there for such nefarious poisons. In the meantime, I need a hot cocoa, so I am going to leave. But should you need my assistance again, just tell the mayor to summon me. I will be in my chambers. Best of luck to you, saving Carrion Hill and the world. A good day. And he hobbles up.
Vern, what do you think?
Yes. Well, I think that if we're going to sell these drugs, we're going to need to divide them up and maybe cut them with something to increase our profit margins. Was that not the subject you wanted to discuss?
Well, Vern, you may be onto something. Perhaps it will endear us to those that are fleeing town long enough to talk to us about these names.
I don't want to be a part of any drug deal. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Especially not if we're stomping on it. I mean, that's just wrong.
The waste of good drugs.
Well, I think we should follow his advice, go to the tavern, gather some information. Hopefully we'll roll well. And if not, we have the drugs.
Can always fall back on the narcotics. Yes, let us go to the tavern.
Oh,
Gather
jeez. Okay.
Are you afraid you'll be recognized, Johnny?
Well, I mean, always, but I don't know. It's just trafficking drugs and seedy taverns. I mean, I thought I left that all behind 3 days ago. But, hey, whatever you guys think was best for the mission, I can summon the courage.
You know what, Vern? It is making our new friend Johnny uncomfortable. So let us leave off the narcotics for the moment. Please, Vern.
Come on.
Now,
I
Give
know
him a taste. That's you're always thinking.
I understand you are a results-based goblin, but we must try to go about this the long way. Let's pocket the drugs for the moment. They may be useful later.
You're absolutely right. When faced with a cosmic horror, always save your drugs.
There we go. The wisdom of Vern, eh, Raffo?
Yes, indeed, Zakari. You talked about war, right?
I did, for a lengthy chunk of time.
Yeah, it reminds me of the time I had to go to war against Bruno San Merman back in Magnamar. We had a Hell in the Cell match, and brother, it was hell indeed on Earth. If worse comes to worse, just lock me in a cage with that monster, and we'll see who comes out alive. I can guarantee you I got all my money on this man right in front of you.
All right. Well said, Raffo. Off to the tavern, then.
Do you want to check in with the mayor at all, or are you just going to bust
Oh,
out?
yeah. Sorry. I mean, we were going to do that initially, like yesterday. We're not, sorry. Well, last session, we were going to...
Yeah, I mean, you talked to him, and he sent you to your quarters and sent Margaret Shortstone.
We went to him with the intent to give him the information of what was going on below his city.
Right.
Now we know a lot more about that. So, yeah, I say let's go tell the mayor, fill him in, and then get 15 hundo for that.
Mm-hmm.
Take it, buy cool stuff with it to use to fight this horrible creature from the Dark Tapestry. It's a no-brainer, really.
All right, so you check in with him. You give him the details that Margaret told you. Margaret has kind of already informed him a little bit of this. And he pays you, if he hasn't already. I can't remember. I thought I already did that last session, but 1,500 gold is yours. And he's like, well, it seems as if you are ready to move forward and tracking down these keepers and confronting them. Who knows, they may know of another way to combat this monster, but if this thing is indeed hungering for their souls, getting them out of the city or executing them, if it comes to that, you must do what you must do. Seems like that might be your only recourse. If you are willing to do this, my offer still stands. 3,000 gold pieces should you remove this creature from Carrion Hill. Between you and I, just getting it out of Carrion Hill, it can wreak havoc elsewhere in Ustalav for all I care. You will still get paid. So that is an option as well. Do not tell my neighbors. And to make your journey easier, in talking to Margaret, I gathered some magical resources for you to help you. They are not a lot, but I think they will be they will aid you, if nothing else, in staying alive. Here are 10 potions of cure moderate wounds. These should come in handy as well. There are 5 potions of lesser restoration. I do not know what is out there that you'll have to deal with. A scroll of this is a scroll of sea invisibility. Margaret tells me if this creature is indeed invisible, and that's the information that we have, you will need this. A scroll of invisibility purge also may be very useful, and yeah, this, Margaret tells me, who has very careful fingers.
I do.
All right. All right, both of you put your hands out, and he hands you this very thin vial. He's like, this is dust of appearance. That may help you as well.
All right, because this thing's invisible. Right. Okay, great.
Burn accidentally drops it on the ground.
Oh, no!
Burn,
Wait, where are you? Hello? Where'd you go?
Oh, always a little clumsy.
I'm right here. Oh,
Sorry.
my thigh.
I'm kidding. He doesn't do that.
So what is your plan?
Well, first we were going to go to the bar.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem really appropriate at this time. There is a rampaging monster on the loose.
He told us to do it. The wizard guy.
Margaret?
Yeah. No.
Why?
Yeah.
If it's drink you need, I can give you some wineskins for the road.
No.
I think you should get out there and find these men, these keepers.
That's. You know what? You're right. You know what? You're 100% right. I take it back.
Do you know where they are?
I don't even know who they are. Did you have their names?
We have their names, yes.
All right, what are they? Perhaps I can jog my memory with some knowledge local checks.
Oh, excellent. Tell them their names.
I don't remember.
They all start with Keeper.
I believe
Yes.
Grant takes excellent notes.
I may have been busy mixing the program, brother. But I have Brother Hive, Brother Marchand, Brother Meyer, and Brother... I don't know the last two, brother.
It's like a Croc, Brother Croc, or Brother
All
Croc.
right. So once again, it's Keeper Baskerwell,
Right.
Keeper Crove,
Crove, that was it.
Keeper Hive, Keeper Marchand, and Keeper Meyer.
And Hive and Marchand are the ones we believe were taken?
You don't know.
Okay.
I don't think
We
you
know
have that
we know
information.
Marchand is dead.
You assume Marchand is dead because that was old man Marchand's place.
Oh,
Old
who
man,
and who did we
take a
speak
look
to?
at my life.
When?
When I
Speak
spoke
with Dead. It was Marchand, wasn't it?
It was Marchand.
It was
Yeah.
Marchand. That's right. Okay.
Oh, so it was his house. I didn't even make that connection last week.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah, that's old man Marchand's house.
Oh, right.
All right. So, all right. Keeper Basco. You said Baskerwell. Baskerwell. I wonder if that's old Glenn Baskerwell. He was a hunchbacked hermit who lives in the Rythe, about a day's travel east of Carrion Hill.
Awesome.
He's
We described the hunchback body we found down in beneath the house. Does that match his description?
that is probably Glam. Yes, he was what they call a swamp druid. Nonetheless well known in Carrion Hill as a potion maker and visited the city often, always staying with a friend of his, I believe. But the rest of it is lost to me, Baskerville. But it seems as if he is deceased. And who was the next one? Keeper Crove? Crove. Yes, well, that must be Walder Crove. He's well known as the warden of Crove's asylum here in Carrion Hill.
Oh, God.
It's a building located in the Crown that the Crows have long used to dispose of lunatics and the insane, far too dangerous to keep in our regular prisons. I've never heard anything but positive things about Crove, but strange that he would be involved. And who's the next?
Keeper Hive?
Hive. I do not know. Keeper Hive. Hive does not ring a bell. Perhaps you will find that information downtown. The next one.
Marchand. It's Marchand?
Seems that you knew about Marchand. I don't know about him as well, but if you travel down to the filth, you will no doubt find out more about him, or even at a tavern in the slipper market. And the last one, Maya, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Maya. Oh, Rupman Maya. He is a Middenstone baron. He actually owns a large vat house down in the filth along the riverbanks. There was always some that said he was involved in some sort of illegal necromancy, but to date the Crows have not been able to find enough evidence to arrest him. They have tried. I have heard these rumors, and we've sent them to investigate, but if he is involved in that, he's always kept a clean trail. Rupman Maya, Middenstone Baron.
Middenstone?
Yes. Are you not familiar
like
with
garbage stuff? Midden is like a garbage pile, right?
Well, that's where it gets its name. You see the swamps around Carrion Hill, known as the Rythe, where Keeper Baskerville lived. It's they've long been home to a particular species of insect that has adapted to urban life with shocking success. They're known as carrion roaches. These deep maroon cockroaches that just thrive on the waste and filth of the city. And while they infest homes in increasing numbers, the lower one travels down Carrion Hill. We have found a use for them over the centuries, and this predates me. If you take these roaches, which are plentiful in the filth, crush them, boil them down, and mix them in the right proportions with, I don't know, this isn't my area of expertise, but brick, gravel, bone, who the hell knows what, but it makes this substance known as Middenstone, and this nauseating mauve material is something people use to make buildings here. It's very popular because it is cheaper than concrete, cheaper than even good wood. It is disgusting, but it's big business, and Rupman Maya is a Middenstone baron. You see, Carrion Hill is separated into three primary areas. Is up here is the Crown, and the Tangle is the middle areas, and that's where you were in the slipper market. And then, unfortunately, the area below is the filth. As they say, shit travels down Carrion Hill, and the filth is a swampy bogland where our poorer citizens live, and these carrion roaches are plentiful. It is not a pleasant place, but perhaps with the information you seek, a tavern in the filth may be the place to go.
Troy, do you have
No!
Oh God! Listen, brother, I'm going to talk to you in character. I'm updating my map right now, and I was wondering if there was a digital representation of that to share with my friends.
A digital representation. All right, so you're looking at the old Mapperoo, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the filth is all of those areas down to the southwest, where it's more water than land. So imagine like the water down there is all swampy and just kind of like even the parts of land there, it's all mud and swamp and bog land.
And tucked in there on the west side of the town between that and the filth, is that the swamp?
Yeah, this is the swamp, the bigger swamp area there that's completely uninhabitable. But the filth is still pretty it's almost like living in a swamp, whereas this area here between the main part of Carrion Hill and down there is all swamp. It's uninhabitable.
So the filth, the Rythe, the
Crown, the Tangle, and the filth.
Crown, Tangle, filth, Rythe. Got it.
Okay. Wow.
And I can show you on the map here Rupman's Vats and Crove's Asylum. So if you look, there's Rupman's Vats.
Ooh.
There's
Whoa.
Craven Grove's Asylum.
Oh wow.
Man, across town.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's kind
It's
of
a perfect triangle from where you are.
He's also like located just outside what looks like the city walls, so like on the edge of like the really awful parts of town, but close enough to where all the roaches are, which makes sense for like a business like that. And he can just head to work and then go back to the other side because he's presumably rich, right?
One would think if he's
A
cornered the
baron.
market on Midstone. And so down here-ish, where it's all surrounded by water, is probably where you would want to go for to talk to people in a tavern. You could also go to some place in the slipper market, but it might be that scene that you saw when you came above ground.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, how do you just chat with people in that situation?
The punch over a horse. It's my horse!
I just want to talk.
Are you close to Rutman? They're like, ah! Like trying to run out of town. All right, so where first? What are you guys thinking?
So we're on the Crown now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're closest to the slipper market. So why don't we go there, and then swing around to the asylum, or go to the asylum first and then go back through the slipper market and into Rutman's Vat.
Yeah, perhaps avoid the slipper market at the moment.
Yeah.
Do we want to consider resting?
Oh, very interesting, Vern. Very interesting.
So it looks like you don't have information on Marshawn or full information on him and Hive, right?
Well, and you said, the king said that the mayor, sorry, I just want him to be king. He's so good.
Someday.
Marshawn, he when he was talking about Marshawn, he said maybe you could learn more about him in the Filth or a tavern in Slipper Market. So Hive and Marshawn, we might learn about more in Slipper Market.
Yeah, those are the only two you don't have information on. Obviously, you have a little information on Marshawn. And
We
he's
might be
dead,
able to
so you don't
learn
really
about-
have to worry about him.
Right.
We might also be able to learn about them from Crove and Meyer.
Sure.
So follow the hottest lead at the asylum, and then that'll help us narrow down where else to go.
Yeah, that's something we know what that is, where it is. Let's go there.
I like asylums because they're filled with madness.
Yeah.
All right, so straight to the asylums.
Yep.
So no rest then. Cool.
I mean, I'd like to rest, but
Yeah, why don't we just rest?
let's rest.
Let this madness in the middle of town die down. Let it thin out a little bit. Let some of the people leave. Could also try to I did a little investigating on see invisibility, and if I'm not mistaken, it is not a cleric spell from what I can see, but it is an inquisitor spell. So I don't know, but it looks like it's not on the cleric spell list, which makes the scroll of it a little tougher to use.
Do you have UMD?
No.
Skid, do you have UMD?
I do.
Is it on the bard list, Joe?
It's on almost every other list. Oh, it is. It is on the bard list.
I can use it.
Right.
Awesome. Okay,
Excellent.
great. So you take see invisibility. I will take invisibility purge. And were there just 2 scrolls, Troy?
Yes.
Yes.
And then there was dust of appearance or dust of disappearance.
I'll take that.
appearance.
Dust of appearance.
Scroll of see invisibility, scroll of invisibility purge, dust, 1 dose of dust of appearance, 5 potions of lesser rest, 10 cure mods.
Beautiful. All right. So yeah, I mean, if you're down, I could keep going, but like I'm totally always down to rest. And I think the idea of thinning the town out a little bit is good.
Yeah, it's like waiting out Fleet Week.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm taking 2 cure mods and 1 lesser rest.
Okay. I will take 2 cure mods as well. Rafa, would you like to take 3 cure mods?
Oh, I don't mean to be greedy, but I don't mind if I do. So what's interesting about that is it didn't really get brought up in our discussion with the soon-to-be King Mayor. Handing out potions of cure moderate makes sense for adventurers fighting someone, but handing out potions of lesser restoration, that's kind of more specific. everyone's been dead that we've seen. Has there been any reports from his crows of people coming back in contact with it and needing potions of lesser restoration?
No, I think it's like an Ustalav thing. That's just like there's a lot of scary shit that goes on in Ustalav, and where Carrion Hill is just a mountain that is covering centuries of scary shit. It's like you know when you're growing up as a little kid, like never leave the house without your wallet and a couple potions of lesser restoration.
Got it.
And your switchblade.
Right, and a switchblade. And your hope knife.
Oh. Okay. So can we ask the mayor somewhere where we could lay low so that we can...
He gave you rooms.
Rest?
Yeah, we have our rooms.
You have your own private suites. And so you rest.
Yes.
You wake up the next morning with the intention of going to the asylum. As you're gearing up and walking through, hitting the breakfast buffet, it's nice. It's like a Holiday Inn Express. Eggs, sausage, bacon, blueberry muffins, little tiny boxes of Kellogg's. The mayor comes up to you and says, I found out some more information about Baskerville through the night.
Oh, nice.
I still don't know about Hive and Marshan, although this is interesting. I do know something about Hive. Evidently, Baskerville came to the city often from the right. I think I did mention that. But when he did, he stayed with his friend Arland Hive at the Elmway Church whenever he came. And I can show you where that is on the map as well. I do not know anything about Arland Hive. I asked specifically if people knew any more information about him, but evidently he did come and stay with him here at the Elmway Church. I don't know if it's important, but I will put it on your map.
Well, that's close to the asylum, so.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice yellow pen you have there, Mayor. And
Thank you.
very nice handwriting.
Yes, so one day they'll make a font out of it, and they'll call that font Kandal.
Do you know what denomination that Elmway Church would be, sir?
To be honest, it's not even used as a church anymore. It still has the facade of a church, but it's been a number of things over the years. I've heard people just living there. Maybe I have this Arland Hive. I've heard of some gangs and nefarious criminals using it as a hideout. I've also heard it used as a place of worship. I believe long ago, this predates me, it was a church to Aradin.
Oh, Aradin. Okay.
Yes. Yes, you know, the Taldans settled this area, and they were big fans of the Big A.
Yeah, the Big A.
Yes,
love that guy. They love that guy.
The Last Aslanti, huge fans.
Yes.
Huge fans.
I've never cared for him myself. But the Elmway
He's
Church...
not for everyone.
I prefer my gods alive.
Yeah. Like Shaylin. I don't
You
know
all
if
have a
you've ever
laugh while putting
thought-
bacon and eggs on your plate. Yeah, so that's what you got.
Okay. Let's this is a lot to work with. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Crove's Asylum, I say.
All right, so you bebop and scat over to Crove's Asylum. It is a brooding structure that looms at the edge of the hill's eastern cliffs. You guys are approaching from the north, and let's take it to roll 20.
Oh, nice. Oh, no, it's a whole situation.
Ruffo is upset that it is a vertically oriented map. It does not fit
That's
our
true.
current setup very well.
Yeah.
Give Ruffo a couple minutes, please, map.
The viewers really want to see that map, Ruffo. But yeah, you obviously see a building that is longer than it is wide. There is a pathway that leads up to a set of double doors that looks pretty obviously like the front door. It says Crove's Asylum right out front. Yeah, nice piece of real estate here on the eastern side of the cliffs. What you do?
All right. Johnny does his vocal warm-ups before heading in. Me, 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 me. And moves up to the double doors, so getting more quiet as he approaches.
Okay.
And listens.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Johnny. As you start to approach the doors, you see that they're ajar.
Oh, he turns around. Oh my God. These doors are ajar already. Guys.
Be on your guard. Something may have already beat us here.
Okay.
Possibly the creature. But it may already be come and gone. Zakari steals his gaze, draws out his Morning Star, and begins following Johnny up to the door. Careful, Johnny. Stay low.
Okay. I'm already pretty low, naturally.
Exactly. Stay there.
Okay.
All right. Let's, Raffo, let's take a look inside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Who slides in first?
Can I do a perception first, just from 10 feet or so away from the open door, listening for any sounds inside, any odd smells? Natural 1. Right.
Johnny will also.
You smell lavender.
No, I don't.
14.
It calms you. 14. No smells. You listen. Thought you might have heard like a table move. Sounded like the sound of like something's moving across.
Oh, that's pretty good, LaValle.
I think I heard a table. Don't worry, I have the perfect song for the situation.
Right. Johnny, why don't you step behind me?
Okay, good idea.
Raffo, let's take a look inside.
All right, brother.
So Raffo and Zakari walk in simultaneously, we'll say. You walk in, you push the door aside and step in. And you see this entranceway is relatively empty of any features. There are a couple of small tables, one that looks newly moved. However, there are 3 people, 2 men and a woman, all tightly bound in straitjackets and ropes lying on the floor. And the second you step in, they look at you and all start shrieking and hollering gibberish. Screaming. Roll for initiative.
Oh no, man, that is so scary. Oh.
Let's go to the map here. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that map.
Man. That is good. Look at that. Whoa, that polygon reveal.
Look at that polygon, John. You see a set of double doors on the opposite side of the room. And then 2 doors opposite that, one to the north and one to the south, and then another door closest to the entrance leading to the south. So you already know you're already in for a treat. I'm gonna go ahead and put Zakari and wait, do we lose a PC? Oh no, there's Raffo. Get over there, Raffo.
Just never went down.
Set of a B. All right, I'm gonna put both of you in the room there. And we're gonna talk initiative. Find my old Don John. Zakari.
17.
17 for Zakari. Johnny H.
13 for Johnny Halfling.
13 for Johnny Halfling. Vern.
17 for Vern as well, and I have a +3.
Ooh, Zakari. What'd you get?
17.
Yeah, but
but
what's your niche bone?
0 plus 0.
Okay. So we'll call you a 16. Raffo.
20.
20 for Raffo. Rumblebeard. All right, these 3 lunatics are laying on the ground. They're all tied up in ropes. You don't see any weapons in their hand or anything, and they're just screaming and hollering. And it is Raffo's turn.
Screaming and hollering, but they appear threatening to Raffo, correct?
They're looking right at you.
Easy, Raffo. They may not be in control of their own mind.
All right, brother. Then Raffo will take an action in order to perform a dirty trick on them.
Ooh, nice.
Dirty rat.
You dirty rat.
Now, I believe that provoked. Well, they haven't gone yet, so you're good.
I believe, yeah, I'm good, but I think I have improved dirty trick as well. So D20 plus CMB, 17 on the die. That is 25 against the opponent's CMD. I'm going against the one directly adjacent to me. And I'm going to be pulling a bit of that disappearing dust mixed in with the narcotics straight into his eyes in order to blind him.
Oh, that'll help his mental state.
That's dirty. All right, so you're just trying to straight up blind him. Is there any save, or because you succeeded, he's just blind?
If I succeeded, he is blinded.
Okay, for how many rounds?
I believe
1 round.
1 round.
Okay.
I believe, unless you have like improved dirty trick or greater dirty trick where you can extend it, it should be 1 round.
He's just writhing on the ground, like screaming with his eyes swollen shut and crying. It is Vern's turn.
Okay, Vern will step into the room and he will say, "Afflicted, we are here to help. We mean you no harm. Please, everyone, let's take a breath. Breathe with me now. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to roll a diplomacy check to see if I can bring everyone down a little bit. That's a natural 19 for a 24.
Oh, 24. So they, one of them's blind, is kind of like looking for the source of that voice. It sounds lower than the others, and can't quite find it. The other two kind of look up in your direction, and there is no there. But they're at least looking at you. So you don't feel like you've changed their state, but the one who's blinded is just screaming wildly. They've stopped for a moment. Is that a standard action?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, diplomacy check. Yeah, because you're basically trying to bebop and scat there to see if you can calm them down. And you did for the moment. However, the other one is still screaming. It is Zakari's turn.
Man, I so don't know what to do here. I'm lawful good. I'm not going to bury a morning star in one of their heads just yet. They're tied down, right?
They've got ropes like all around them in straitjackets. They're lying on the ground like they would have to push themselves up like into a corner of the room and to stand up. They're not actually tied to the ground, but they're basically immobile.
Okay. They are unarmed, tied down. Step back out of the room. Raffo, Vern, step away. And Zakari is going to back out of the room.
Okay. Zakari backs out of the room. And do you want to take a standard?
No. I will ready an action. If one comes at me somehow and gets into melee range, I will attempt a non-lethal damage attack.
Okay. Yeah, you already moved, so you have to ready at this point to have that happen. Okay.
If one comes into melee range threatening, I will do a non-lethal attack at a -4, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do that with a morning star, but guessing.
It's Johnny Halfling's turn.
Johnny Halfling is... I think he's just going to... Actually, he's going to touch Zakari and give him a bit of luck.
Touch Zakari, give him a bit of luck. That might be handy should one of them come after him. All right. And It is their turn. The one on the floor that's blinded spends its whole turn just writhing back and forth. It tries to crawl and ends up crawling back into the corner here, kind of wedging it into that half space. It's trying to find you, just feeling out where the room is, and is unable. The one that is nearest Vern crawls towards Vern, and the other one in the back crawls towards Raffo, kind of creating a bit of a jam here, but they don't have any weapons and they can't bite, so they're trying to like bite at Vern and Raffo's ankles and like trying to bust out of their straitjackets, but at least for this turn they are unable to. Let's take it to round 2. It is Raffo's turn.
Jeez. Okay, so Raffo hears Zakari speak and says,
I don't like to retreat, brother, but let's see if
cooler heads can prevail. And he'll take a 5-foot step out of the building.
5-foot step out of the building. Okay.
The music did not suggest that.
It's the old 5-foot step music. Do you want to take a standard?
I mean, most of what I do is kill people. I mean, I can do non-lethal damage and whatnot, but I'll ready an action, which is that if I get attacked and they can bite me, I will then hit the bejesus out of them.
Okay. Great. It is Vern's turn. We got sitting on 2 readied actions here.
Okay, Vern will say, Afflicted! I say again, we are here to help. We are looking for Mr. Crove. But in the meantime, let me assist you with your problems. And he will cast a spell. Calm Emotions.
Oh, good
I had
choice.
prepared for the mobs in the slipper market, but it seems
Pretty
like
amazing. So I was backing out to prepare calm emotions.
Oh,
And you already had it prepared.
That's great. All right, so can it affect all 3 of them?
Yep, 20-foot radius.
Okay.
And they each get a will save.
Okay. What DC am I trying to hit?
DC 15.
All right. The first one, the one that was blind, now can see. Now that a round is gone, that backed into the wall, made it with a 15. So that one is now it can see, and it's screaming again. The one directly to the north of you failed. So you see it was kind of like looking at you when you made that speech, and then just more gibberish, and now it seems oddly calm. And the one next to it, screaming and crazy still. So you calmed one of them. But the other 2, unfortunately, are still wild. It was actually a really good... you know what, Matthew? Bottle cap.
Oh,
nice.
Bottle cap. Even though it didn't work, your intentions were good. And so
Joe, you were so close to getting one yourself.
It's just like, God,
So
stolen.
cool.
I can't believe you prepared calm emotions. It's amazing.
You should have
specifically
prepared
said there
it,
was a
Joe.
mob.
I got a bottle cap.
So,
I
which
know.
on the map, it's the northeastern.
Bottle
patient.
cap for Matty Caps. Yeah, this one here seems calm.
Okay, Vern will then take a 5-foot step to kind of see if he can't crouch, like squat down and get face to face with the calm one, and maybe.
Look at me! Right.
And then he'll ask again about, is Warden Crove here?
And it looks at you. It's like, Grove? Grove is always here.
Where?
He put us here.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is
Are
he through
you-
this door?
Are you it?
It?
What? Are you it?
It?
Are you it? Are you it? Are you it? And it just
It?
keeps saying it. Not loudly, it's calmly saying it. Just, are you it? Are you it? Are you it? And just saying it over and over again.
Just very calmly.
Are you it? Are you it? Are you it? Are you it? It is Akari's turn.
Vern, as always, one step ahead of me. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to.
Let's just move on. Let's just keep moving into the room. There are no threats.
Yeah, I just don't want them to keep like pulling up behind us or something. I was thinking about pulling them out of the place and just having like crows take them into custody or something for the moment.
I mean,
Yeah,
where would they
lock him
bring
up in the asylum.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, somewhere. Anyway, I don't know, anything besides crushing their skulls. It's just not up my alley. So
Just leave them.
We can head inside and look for a cell or a jailer's key or something, and hopefully lock them up somewhere until they are calm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll. You are always wise, Vern, the wisest of us. So I'll go right past them. Does it provoke? Huge mistake.
Yeah, I just fucked up.
Huge mistake. I come back out.
I hit the wrong button.
I'm assuming they don't.
No,
provoke.
it doesn't provoke.
All right, then I'll come in. Raffo, slip past them. Try to not murder them at the moment. Let's see if we can continue on without hurting them.
All right. It is Zakari's turn.
I just went.
I'm sorry. Johnny Halfling's turn.
Okay, Johnny Halfling is going to step up behind Raffo and cast Lucky Number. He forgot to do before we left.
Ooh, what's my lucky number today?
Okay, so that's a horrible result. So that's 5. So when you roll a 5, you can... Oh, no, wait, that's a good result. So
That's a
you
good
can
result.
You can re-roll it.
You did that last time, too.
That was
the same
it was
number.
5 last time,
Yeah,
too.
I think it was, yeah. Okay,
Wow.
so if you get a 5, you can re-roll.
All right.
Anytime
nice.
today.
Great. Do you want to move, Johnny?
Once. Johnny is he's going to stick behind Raffo until he moves.
Okay. Great. Obviously, I did a little slip up there and revealed what's about to happen. Both doors to the west open up.
Oh,
And you see
there are creatures in there.
these dudes here. They have these like makeshift clubs that are wrapped in barbs, and they're covered in this studded leather armor with like buckles and chains. They look like orderlies, but they're also covered in blood, and they have cages protecting their faces. And the eyes that you see on those faces are just like, they look as crazy as the lunatics. 2 of them open the door. The other 2 charge at Zakari.
Well, they can't mechanically charge.
They can't charge through their buddies, right? So they will just move up.
They will
and
flame
take-
charge.
Little flave charge. Move up and attack Zakari with their club.
He suddenly raises his buckler. Oh, all of a sudden under attack.
First one just swings one of those wacky clubs at you and misses with a 12. The other one will attempt to trip you with a club. He has improved trip, so he will not provoke an attack of opportunity. So this is just going to be straight up against your CMG. 18.
Yeah, tripped.
So the first guy comes through like, boom, tries to hit you.
Oh.
It smashes against the wall. The other dude, while you're being distracted, just sweeps you off your feet and you fall to the ground.
He swept me off my feet.
He swept me off my feet. So now there are 4
brutal.
enemies that looked armed and actually dangerous, and it is Raffo's turn, and I hate Roll20.
Trust me,
It was your
brother.
fault.
Between the
Throwing it out
headbands and trying to rotate the map, I almost had a brain aneurysm. All right, here we go, brother.
Raffo should have spent a move action to use martial flexibility before this happened. But he is going to go ahead and just step directly up to this first guy. And he is going to say,
It's time to knock you out, brother.
and he's going to attempt to hit and knock out this person.
Knockout punch!
Natural 1.
Oh no! No, dude. Don't you only get that once a day?
Yep. But I wanted to use it against like a rank and file enemy rather than a boss because I figure their saves were higher and you know.
Wow. So this is amazing. So this is a straight up punch, the knockout punch. And you only have 1 attack, right?
Unless you
yeah.
count my flurry, which no, base attack I only have 1. So Raffo swings out to punch this guy and hits himself in the head because he can't see through these damn glasses. What a terrible purchase.
You gotta take those off when you walk into the asylum. All right, let's hear that fumble, O'Brien.
All right, this one from Dalton in Texas.
Dalton!
Oh, you got it.
Oh, it's Andy Dalton.
Texas one. Andy Dalton, Cowboys quarterback for you, Grant.
The Red Rocket.
He said he also adds Texas, but he's from Houston, and he'd like to make a note that they'd like some live shows.
Absolutely.
All right, so
Wouldn't we all?
this one's called Murderer's Curse, aka Joe's Gonna Joe.
I feel like we've heard this one.
A past violent crime or act that you committed weighs heavily upon your conscience, and at this exact moment, you receive your karmic justice. For the next 1d4 rounds, your fumble range is increased by 1. Anytime you kill a living creature during this duration, the penalty and duration increase by 1.
Hey, Dalton, that is a well-written fumble. I love it. It's flavorful, and it fits in with Rafa, who accidentally murdered his opponent in order to win the Magnamar Wrestling Association's heavyweight championship.
Hey, that's why he's like on the run.
That is, by the way,
right.
every time someone's detected magic, I've wanted to point out, it is my belt of dexterity +2, so it's a magical championship belt.
That's amazing. Let's see how many D4 rounds it is. 2 rounds.
Okay.
However, if you kill someone, it becomes 3 rounds, 4 rounds, depending on how
And the
many
fumble range increases, so it goes from 2 to 3, then 3 to 4.
So
And
right
you
now-
are, by the way, the most likely to kill. So
1 or a 2 is a fumble for you for the next 2 rounds. That good fumble. Good fumble.
And it's
Dalton.
like
good fumble, Dalton.
the dirty trick sand I threw in that guy's eye was also in my fist, and I blinded myself during this, and that's why my fumble range is up.
a little bit kicked up in your face. All right, then. Next up in round 3 here is Vern.
Okay.
Game's changed now, Vern. There's
This-
no more time for talking.
Yeah, or even spellcasting.
Let alone spellcasting.
Okay. Vern. Oof. There's no good shot, so Iphigenia is not going to be much use to Vern here.
Iphigenia again?
Iphigenia is my bow.
Ah, yes. It's a
Yes,
good name.
don't you know my +1 bow, Iphigenia?
I do not. We're not on speaking terms.
Iphigenia! Is that how Vern would call it?
Okay, so Vern is going to cast a spell on the. You know what? Vern's gonna delay.
Struggling, Matt.
Vern's gonna delay. It's
Delay.
it's not a good situation. It's hard to make a decision. I can't. I'm too small to prop Joe up, so I'm gonna delay.
Okay. All right. Raffo and Zakari are standing up front. Maybe they'll be enough to hold them off. There are 4 of them. And it is Zakari's turn. You are laying on your back.
Yeah.
The old onesie-twosie knocked you
Bad
down.
position to be in. He's going to get up. He's going to get up and provoke.
Okay. Just accidentally closed my initiative screen, so I have to redo that.
Oh,
Love when that happens.
That's a
you
fumble.
do that a little too often.
Grant, shut off my camera so I can throw my laptop across the way.
Absolutely.
And the roll 20.
Troy, I do it with the camera on all the time. You should try it.
Really great. All right. He'll take an attack of opportunity. I don't know. I feel like there might be a nat 20 coming. Oh, no. But that might be, well, no. 18?
Miss.
Miss. All right. So
Off the
swing
armor.
to-
Clang! Off,
Question.
yeah.
As you're standing up, do you still have prone AC?
No.
That attack.
I believe not. I think as you're getting up and provoke, you are defending yourself and moving and
Here's the
not
argument.
prone anymore.
Here's the argument I'll make. You know, when you like step into a space, the person making the attack of opportunity gets the attack of opportunity before you resolve you're moving in. So
No,
I'm
that's not
wondering-
true. They get the attack of opportunity when you're moving out.
Sure, okay. But I'm saying, like, say you're casting, okay? You resolve the attack of opportunity first before what the player was trying to do. So I'm wondering if it follows here. Grant, you have a point of order?
This is just some discussion on the Paizo boards. The AO happens before you actually stand up. This means, yes, you take the -4 to AC, but you cannot be tripped. Well, this is in a different circumstance. So on your round, you stand up, which provokes stopping time, if you will, just before you begin to stand.
That's why.
That's way worse. That sucks. I wouldn't have done it. But I probably would have done it anyway.
Because like
You gotta get up.
you get the
You gotta
attack
get
of
up.
you get the
You can't
attack
just
of
lay there.
Gotta get it.
you get
Here's the
the
good news. It's only max damage for 7 points. Which isn't bad. That's not a bad max. It's a mad max because now you are feeling mad.
I had no doubt that both would hit.
Oh wait, do they both swing at you?
No. All right, here we go. First attack.
All right, so the other one will swing
Well, your hand's off the chess piece.
against your. Well, no, I was rolling damage. 16 against your AC -4.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be
Obviously.
5 points of damage.
Okay. And then he will swing at the creature in front of Raffo with his Morningstar. Here we go.
Okay.
Nope. 10.
10. All right, be sure to
10.
read it. You never know. These guys, they just got studded leather. And
Yeah, they have like a weird makeshift armor. It's just like sort of like they look like a football player from the 30s or something. Just like threw something on with a belt.
They called leatherheads.
Yes, exactly.
All right, can you guys remind me what the initiative order was? It Vern first and then Zakari? Oh no, Johnny H was first, then Raffo, then Vern, then Zakari.
Rafa was first. Rafa rolled to 20.
Okay.
But I held, so I got out of the action. So yeah, I probably moved actually. I don't think about it.
No, I think it came back to you and you hadn't acted yet.
Yes, you're right.
All right, so I'm gonna go say Raffo, Johnny, Vern, Zakari. Let us know in the fucking chat if we're wrong. All right, so it is the orderly's turn. Let's start with the two that just tried to hit Zakari. All right, so the one good thing that you guys have in your favor here is they're clogging their buddies from getting in. I don't love.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to back up because then it just leaves Vern open there.
Yeah, and you couldn't like crawl around the corner either because you can't do that. So let's start with the guy next to Zakari. He'll take a swing here and misses. And then the one below him will swing at Raffo. And I'm assuming garbage, nat 2. They both miss. So the guys in the back. All right, so the guy in the. Oh, that's stupid. All right, one of the guys in the back will throw his club at Zakari. Zakari, you've got a huge boost. You've got a plus 4 to your AC because he's throwing through his buddy, and he's throwing into melee. So add your plus 4, and then I will see if I roll a nat 20. No, I did not. So the club swings wildly. Now that guy doesn't have a weapon, and then the guy to the south just kind of like bumps up against his friend. Like he's just itching trying to get in, but he's not going to try and do anything else. So now we move to the top of the next round. Let me just see if the chat corrected my initiative. Nobody cares. Everybody's all right, so it is Raffo's turn?
Raffo is absolute.
If it's wait,
You did skip me, but I'm just going to activate my wand whenever my turn was. So then you'll come back to me whenever.
All right, so Johnny H goes after Zakari. That's why. So it goes Raffo, Vern, Zakari, Johnny. So Johnny, you wanted to activate your wand? That would have been before the orderlies.
That would have been last turn, like
Okay.
whenever it was. Yeah, that happened.
Okay, and what does that do?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, but it's active.
Yeah.
You've said the command word. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
And if it's the end of Vern will act then.
Okay, so you held. Okay,
I
great.
held. And now I will act. And I will. Grant, have you been hit?
No.
Okay. I will use spontaneous casting to ditch one of my first level spells and cast Cure Light Wounds on Zakari.
Little cure light. Little
Ooh,
cure
nice.
light.
Little cure light.
Zachary. I call him Zachary.
A little crystal light.
8 points of healing.
Nice work, dude.
Okay. Not too shabby. Now we're in the 4th round. Now it's Raffo's turn.
You made a mistake, brother, the day you decided to mess with the mega powers. You don't hit my brother and expect to get away with this. Zakari,
Mega powers! I love it!
coming to defend you, brother!
And he lets out a brawler's flurry. The first attack is going to be what is the total with the flurry? -2, so 20 to hit.
Hit.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
The first attack is for 15 points of damage against the gentleman in front of me.
Okay. Gentleman in front of you, 15 points of damage. He's like stepping back. Meanwhile, the other guy behind him is still pushing forward, but he's in bad shape.
The second guy is going to get natty 16 on the die
Nice.
for another 15 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Comes in with the cross uppercut.
Now, when you said the second guy, did you mean
I'm sorry, the
same
second
guy?
attack on the same guy.
All right, so you're able to take that dude out.
Nice.
He crumbles to the ground beneath your punching, which readies this dude's action to take his place, step up, and take a swing at you with his club, and he misses.
Also, your fumble range is now 1 to 3, and it's extended another 2 rounds.
That's right, because of the murderer's curse.
I blame this on President Jack Tunney. Sorry. Even when I win, I lose, and it's all because of that bastard. Oh,
It is Zakari's turn with Johnny H on deck.
Okay. Zakari is just going to go ahead and keep swinging. So let's see. I don't want to cast anything just yet. So he's gonna, yeah, he'll just swing at the guy in front of Raffo.
Okay.
Same exact roll. 10 to hit.
10.
Natural 4, 2 in a row.
Misses. Maybe you guys
It's okay.
need a little
It's
bit
all
of
right. I mean, I'm not really here to take dudes out, but I like clogging up this hallway right now, keeping them off of Vern.
Well, maybe Johnny Halfling can get you guys in the mood. Johnny, what do you got?
Okay, so Johnny steps up to the doorway with his wand up to his lips, so that he can be heard inside over the din. All right, is this thing on? Okay. All right, how's everybody going? How's everybody doing tonight? Okay. In asylum fights, in the night, babe. Oh, those straight jackets, they start to chafe. Fancy gloves, though. Where's old Johnny Halfling? And he'll wear 'em until it's safe. And yeah. So that's inspired courage for everyone. +1 to attack.
Awesome.
Saves against fear and damage.
Oh, Johnny Halfling. All right.
Fancy gloves, though.
All right, you get inspired. Maybe that's what you need to turn the tides here, because even though you took out one of these guys, I don't know, I feel like it's a pretty even fight so far. Vern is stymied in the back there. That is Johnny's turn, so it is one of the orderlies' turn. It is the orderly standing across from Zakari, and he is going to attempt to, he drops his club and just tries to grab Zakari in like a bear hug. 6 to try and grapple you, and that provokes.
Okay, I will take a swing. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Terrible.
8 points of damage.
Points
Oh
of
wait,
damage.
it's a morning star, not a flail. Sorry, I was imagining.
I thought it was a flail too, Matthew. When I picked it, I thought it was a flail.
The dude across from Raffo just does a gentleman swing with his club here and misses with a 15. So not a great round for them. The guy in the back, who is clubless, still can't find a way into the room. That's one thing that Zakari and Raffo have going for them. They have blocked, they've slowed down the sort of pursuit of these guys. So now it goes to Vern.
Okay, Vern is. I mean, I'm hesitant to waste spells in this situation, so Vern is going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay.
And he will take a probably impossible shot at the southernmost. Oh, you know what? Instead of going that way, he'll go this way, down straight back.
Okay.
And he'll take a shot at the guy in the back.
Question: do you have precise shot?
No, that's why I
Right.
said it's probably going to be.
Yeah, so same thing that the dude in the back did. You have a -4 to your shot. He has a +4 to his AC.
Yeah, so hoping for a natural 20. At a natural 7.
Open
Not
one
a
hand,
natural 20.
the other. See what happens.
It's Rafa.
Hey, you know what? You got to do what you got to do back there. It is. Oh, you know what? Well, the orderly. I took that turn early, the one that swung at Rafa. It would have been his turn now. I forgot he moved in the initiative order after Rafa knocked that dude out, but he missed anyways. So keeping things moving right along here in round 5, it's Rafa.
Rafa's gonna keep on rolling down this track like a locomotive.
Natural 20, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Well in hand.
Never have to worry.
If you confirm, like, you're going to be a fumble 1 to 4 for 9 rounds.
It is a total of a 13 to confirm.
That's his AC.
Really?
Oh my God, amazing.
Okay, so I already rolled 1 damage die.
Wait. Whoa. Slow your roll, buddy.
I'm
Crit,
keeping
bro.
those numbers in my head. I'm just keeping those numbers in my head because I always take too long to roll.
Okay, let's see. Let's go with Isaiah in Marietta, Georgia. Fall of Icarus. Your target thinks it can taunt you with a flourish of its weapon, making its legs vulnerable. You strike and sever the tendons in the target's knee, knocking them prone and dealing double damage.
Nice.
Yes.
So double damage on my unarmed strike means double damage in the end. So that calculates out to a total of 25 points of damage.
That dude doesn't need to be prone because he's
Oh, so a 1 to 4.
boom, takes him out, and he crumbles to the ground, effectively prone. Huge round there. Do you have another punch?
It's a flurry, so I'm going to... Let me just make sure it doesn't have to be against one target. Brawler's flurry is a full attack action when doing so. It's 2 weapon feet, so yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Now your fumble range expands yet again, right?
Yes, but I rolled a 17 on the die for a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
6 on the damage die for a total of 15.
And you take out that dude.
Awesome.
He had 14 hit points left, and he goes down. Huge round for Rapo. You now fumble on a 1 through 5 for the next 10 rounds.
But he can re-roll the 5.
You can reroll the 5,
that's
right?
true.
Hey.
That's true. Nice.
Zakari, you're up. There's one guy left that you can see, and he is standing on the other side of the body that just crumpled in front of you. Fancy gloves, though.
Zakari is going to delay. He's going to delay.
All right, Zakari / Joe will delay, and it is Johnny Halfling's turn.
So yeah, Johnny just continues singing. If you like music, if you like dancing, if you like tables, if you like cans, hey, I think that Shaylin has got some things in store, babe. Whether you're sitting at home or you're out there on the lam, that's you, Raffo. Johnny Halfling, all right.
Johnny Halfling, all right.
He keeps the Inspire going, and then the guy in the back steps forward and attempts to grapple. He attempts to grapple Zakari. Zakari, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That is a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
And 12 points of damage.
And he fails the grapple opportunity. His club laying on the back wall somewhere.
And that action only provokes from the person attempting to be grappled, correct? Because
yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. If he had improved grapple, you wouldn't get that AOL. All right.
Zakari's going to go. And he's going to be like, Vern, let's do it once again. The Thorn keep shuffle. And so he's going to 5-foot step and open up a lane for Vern to shoot an arrow clean in. And he will swing at this guy. Okay. So if he doesn't kill him, hopefully Vern will take him out. He does not kill him. That is that's a 13. Did you say a 13 hits?
AC 13. Yeah. That's what you gotta say it just in case.
Oh my God, 12 points of damage, max damage twice in a row.
All right, he's actually still alive, still kicking. And yeah, so now it's Vern's turn.
So, I'm sorry, maybe something's going on with my roll 20. Where is he? This guy? Is he right in front of?
Oh yeah, no, this.
He's just to the north of Vern.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vern will take a 5-foot step to get a clear shot. He's still in melee, so I'm still taking the -4, but he doesn't get the cover.
Right.
The old Thorn Keep Shuffle.
The old Thorn Keep Shuffle.
Natural 2.
Oh, Vern! Just like the old days.
So close. So close. All right, then. Next round, it's Rafo's turn. Rafo, take it home.
Yep,
Roll
finish
a
it off,
1 through
Rafa.
5.
This is so scary. Come on. 17. So that's a hit. Only 11 points of damage on the first attack of this Brawler's Flurry.
Save it, he's done, buddy.
Yeah,
he
dude.
crumbles to the ground. And meanwhile, the lunatics are just crawling about the room, and their screaming has started to die down, and some are in the corners just like crying, watching this all go down. They're too far gone, and it seems like they're being used as bait. Their screams are what called the orderlies here. So now you've got 4 dead bodies. I've removed them from Roll20. You've got these 3, unfortunately, insane people who are just like cowering in the corner, sobbing gently and still mumbling under their breath. You've got a set of double doors opening further to the west into this asylum, and then 3 other doors in this room. What do you want to do?
Zakari's going to say, give me a moment, and he's going to step back and into the middle of the room, distancing himself a little bit from the patients, and he's going to use his wand to cast Cure Light Wounds on himself.
Okay.
Does anybody else need that? Am I the only one that took damage that?
I think it was just you, right?
Yeah. Okay, 1 hit got me back thanks to Vern's healing.
Okay. Anybody else need to do any healing?
Yeah, I'm good.
No, we're good.
Can we check out the bodies?
Yeah, if you sort through the bodies, they all have these makeshift clubs, and they're all wearing studded leather. They have no money or magical gear on them. Nothing else of import. Do you rifle through the lunatics, or do you just let them be?
Let's let them be.
I agree, Vern. It seems...
I don't think this place is going to keep its state accreditation.
No, it seems to me that he has this... Is his name Crove? This Crove has armed his patients and sent them after us just to the slaughter. And Zakari is just... His jaw is very stiff and he's very angry about this situation. Perhaps we could see if there's anything beyond this door. And he moves to the door to the south. That seems like it might just, open into a small area. He's not sure. But knowing what it looks like outside, it's only 10 feet to outside from here. So he just wants to open the door and see what's in there. Is that cool with everybody?
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Quick perception, just listening at the door, hand on the doorknob. So he'll actually sheath his weapon and listen for a 23.
You don't hear anything. Sounds like a small room.
Okay, he'll slowly open the door, stealthily. 2.
Okay, you open the door, and it looks like a coat room, like a closet. There's some cloaks, some straitjackets hanging, and other bits of clothing. Not all, you would think, used for the insane, so maybe visitors would hang their coats here as well. That's all you see.
He'll take a couple minutes and take 20 on a perception in here, looking at the walls too to see if there's anything funky on the walls, any secret latches or anything behind the coats.
Okay. All right, so you take a bit of time to really dig around, make sure you're not missing anything, and nothing's jumping out at you.
Okay, and there's nothing in the coats or anything like that? There's nothing.
No, search the pockets. Okay. Nothing.
And then he's going to step up next to Raffo, and wave a detect magic over beyond the open doors, and then there's closed doors to the north and south, but it's all pretty contained. And so, if it's a 60-foot cone, he could get the sense if there's any magic behind any of these immediate areas to our northwest, northeast, or south.
Mm-hmm. You're not picking up any magic. Let me just make sure that's the case. You know what? You have 60 feet of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you get to tell with that first wave, or you're holding it to try and find out as much as possible?
Holding it to try and... The first wave is just the presence or absence of magic in an area. Then it's another round to hold it to see how many auras and their general power. And then a third round, you can start to hone in on auras.
All right, so you're detecting something straight ahead to the back.
So straight to the east.
Straight to the east, yeah. And as far as I can tell, that's all you're really picking up.
Okay. There seems to be some magic straight back to the east. Let us move slowly. Or, Vern, these doors. Do we open them, or do we walk past?
The ones inside?
What do your goblin instincts tell you?
I like to open every door.
I know you do, Vern.
I know
you never know what's going to be behind them.
That's the idea of a door. All right, so...
divides the inside from the out.
All right, let's take a look at the door to the north. Quick perception, 15. See if I hear anything in particular.
The door in the north! The door in the north!
The door in the north!
I like how I've essentially become your color commentary, Joe.
Yeah. Well, you have good instincts.
You never know what's going to be behind those doors.
It makes me wish that your next character is based off of Marv Albert. Anyway.
You don't hear anything.
He'll open the door.
All right, so you open the door to the north. Reveal it on the map here. There's another door going off of it to the east. Excuse me, to the west. I always do that. It looks like a meeting room, perhaps, but there's a chair with restraining straps on it standing before a blackboard.
Oh, yeah, so they'll put a patient in there and then discuss their symptoms or something, analyze them.
Yeah, another chair sitting across from it, like you'd think there would be some sort of meeting.
Yeah.
Little door to the west.
Okay, he'll proceed in slowly and carefully, and then move to that door to the west that is in the same position as the coat room to the south, but with a door in a different area, and he'll, again, perception 17, and then open it if he doesn't hear anything.
Okay. You open that room, and it looks like a smaller office. There are some notes scattered about small, and you couldn't even call it a desk. It's like just a place to lay papers.
Okay. So there are no actual papers there of interest?
No, I said there's notes scattered about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said it was a desk that would hold papers. Okay, can I examine the papers? Can I look through the papers?
Yeah, sure. You take some time to look through the papers, and the general sense that you get is that Crove is using this room to not only question patients while they're subdued, but also he'll put visitors in these chairs. He won't strap them down, but when they come, he'll put them in the chairs for meetings, sometimes just to make them uneasy so that they'll keep their business short and to the point.
Wow. What a creep. It's a negotiation tactic?
I would definitely keep a live shark behind me if I was in his position. That's just a smart boss move.
Wow.
Yeah,
This guy.
It's a boss move.
Okay. Then I will... Okay, so that's the extent of the paperwork, right? Nothing else of interest.
Yeah, it's just like sadistic notes.
All right. Rafa, would you be so kind as to open that door to the south?
Ooh,
Let us see what is beyond.
And he opens it, heedlessly.
Heedlessly
Kicks it
opens
open.
it. And it looks like a holding cell. Perhaps where it's so close to the entrance, this is where new patients are put while they're getting settled. You see a couple of containers of delousing powder about, but otherwise the room is empty.
Can we make sure that if we don't move the patients that were unable to attack us and presumably, not deserving of any punishment, at least to not make them a burden on the rest of the town who wouldn't be able to take care of them, can we at least close the front door, if not put them into here so that they can't just wander out?
Yeah, for sure.
That happens.
Yeah, because there's no reason to think they'll be like,
Good idea, Rafa.
and leave. So you close the front door, close all the other doors. You can at least contain them in this room.
Okay. I guess I'll do a quick perception in here for anything unusual or hidden in the delousing powder. Sift his hands through it. Oh, shoot, right out of the box. Other D20. That is a 20.
20. Nothing of import. I mean, you just see the containers. That's it.
Okay. Let us keep moving forward. He's going to draw out his Morningstar again and move slowly into this hallway. Now, does the magic that I had detected, does it seem like it's beyond those double doors to the east? Or before the doors?
It's in that direction, yeah. You're getting the sense that it's farther back.
Okay.
This area that you walk into looks like a meeting hall. You see a hall that reaches directly north right when you walk into the room, and then another hall that goes down. And actually, you guys have better vision than what I'm giving you here. So you can see that to the south, it ends in a wall and turns a little bit. And then to the north, I mean, this is just an absurd building. It keeps going a little bit longer. There's a door directly like 10 feet away from you to the north, and then right there, and then way at the end of the hall, another door. Straight ahead, there's a set of double doors. But before you get to the double doors, you see another little passageway to the north, and it looks like south of the doors, there's a passageway to the south. There are also, 20 feet away from you, 2 doors on either side of you that are open, ajar, not unlike the doors to the front.
Before we leave this room, Johnny has a little bit of time left on his clarion call. So he's going to turn and address the people in the straitjackets that are still in here. Okay.
What does he say?
Hey, cats and kittens. I know. I just want to let you know that old Johnny Halfling's been there. Sometimes it can feel like life is driving you crazy. Like you're all wrapped up in your problems. Well, let me tell you about a little chick I like to call Shaylin. Well, she's pretty nifty, folks. In fact, her love goes down like a cold beer on a hot Christmas morning. Yep, she's pretty boss. So if any of you want to rap, just know that old Johnny Halfling's backstage door is always open. Good night, everybody. And then he leaves.
One of them starts smashing his head on the wall.
Amazing. I think I really got through to them.
Did you leave him your paperwork, the literature?
I did. I tossed that was my finishing move. I tossed a bunch of pamphlets at them. I hope they can read.
Oh, man.
All right. Shall we charge heedlessly for the double doors to the east?
Oh, man. We could. I like going north. That's what I'm feeling. What do you got, Grant?
Ruffo is known as the unknown variable. Oh yeah, that's for a reason. That's because there's no answer, no solution for Ruffo, and Ruffo has no answer in this situation.
Wow. Okay.
So that's
all right, Vern.
That's an abstain.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, an abstain.
You could translate for me. Thank you, Vern.
Vern, I know how much you like heedlessness. So,
it's one of my favorite things about you, Zakari.
Ruffo, with me. And we will just start walking. I'm going to do a perception check on the hallway for traps, just in case he has set anything up here for intruders. Oh, that's a 29. Perception on the next sort of 20 feet that we're approaching this double door to see if he set up anything for possible intruders. Obviously, he's arming the patients, so I don't know.
Yeah, so what'd you roll?
29.
29. Which direction are you listening? All around?
No, I was just walking to looking for traps. Looking for anything that
don't see any traps.
Setting up an intruder. Okay. Then I'll listen.
Couldn't be more inviting.
All right, I'm going to keep walking. And I will...
Right there.
Yeah.
Past the open door.
Oh, it's open. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
those doors are open.
So I stop here and I peek into the doorway.
Yeah, Rafa would then as well. You see both to the north and the south. Let me see if I can do this. The doors are open, and there are two more lunatics, and they are chained to like a banister, and they see you, and they start screaming and gibberish again, just and they're trying to get at you, but they have straitjackets on, and they look to be chained to something behind them, and they're just like frothing at the mouth, trying to get at you.
Zakari just turns to Raffo, and he's like, and his face is very angry, and he's like, "This is his twisted alarm system. He knows we are coming. He's using them now. We must question this one."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Question him thoroughly, Raffo. And he nods.
Rafa, once you gets past that door there, you look down and you see that that one to the south is blocking a stairway going down.
Ooh. I can't wait to go down that stairwell after we check what is behind these double doors.
And you can see from that angle, too, that the other one is blocking a stairwell as well.
That is a really twisted alarm system, as Zakari has said. I guess I'll do a perception at the door, the double doors.
Perception at the dub door?
The dub door arena, 22.
22. Just give me 45 minutes here.
That's fun. We can take that time to talk about dub door arena.
These
really slang. That's very popular slang.
For the audio version of this show, I'm wearing 3 like sweat headbands right now to try to look like a character that I may have taken inspiration from for Raffo, and it's taking all the blood away from my head. So.
Joe's zonies have infiltrated your mind.
As soon as Troy was talking about the different districts in Carrion Hill and he mentioned the Crown, I was like, we're in a children's pencil? Amazing.
You listen at the door and you don't hear anything.
Rafa will open the door.
Okay, you open the door and you see there's 5 feet of space, a 5'10" space, I should say, and another set of double doors.
Oh man,
little airlock.
Yeah, I'm going to detect magic again, and hold it for multiple rounds. Now that we're closer to where I felt that original aura, and just sort of try to get a sense of how far away it is now.
Okay, you detect magic there, and it is coming from just on the other side of this wall. Something in that whatever room is on the other side of this.
Okay, I'll do a spellcraft check to try to identify the school.
Okay.
Let me see.
And you can do that without seeing it, right? Just from detecting it.
I think so, because it has because of its aura.
Okay.
But let me just see if it's a bad
I don't even
roll.
know if you need to do the spellcraft. I think if you just hold it for 2 rounds, you can tell what school it is, but I could be wrong.
Let's see. It's knowledge arcana. It's knowledge arcana to determine the school of magic. So that would be. I'll just keep the same roll. That would be a 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're trying to sense what school it is. You're using your thoughts to try and reach out onto the other side and pinpoint not only where this is, but what it might be, and it's some sort of enchantment.
Ah, okay. Could be another mind-controlled creature here. This has got me thinking, Vern. Perhaps we could use some protection from evil here. Might be a good idea.
I do have that.
Do you? All right, so I
have it
I just
too.
want just to show you a little more of the map too. Speaking of Vern, to the north of where Vern is, there's that little passageway that goes up that seems to loop around to the west, and then to the south of all of you, with the exception of Johnny Halfling, who's bringing up the rear, you see that this hallway is 10 feet wide and it just keeps stretching down. Looks like there's maybe a table and chairs 40 or so feet away from you in an open space. There's just a million different ways you can go here.
I only have protection from evil prepared. I did not prepare protection from evil communal today.
I do have protection from evil communal prepared.
Yeah, so do I. So we could just do. I don't know. What do you want to do, Johnny? Would you like to? You could hold on to it unless there's danger. Otherwise, we have to cast it, then open the door because it's only going to last about a minute.
Well, we could each cast it on one other person and ourselves, so that we'd have it for longer.
That's true. It would just be. I just worry about Troy really hamstringing us on it. So,
What's the timing on it?
It's 5 minutes split among the people you touch, so it would be like a minute each, basically. But if we each cast it on ourselves, essentially, then we could have 2 to 5, anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes each. Mm-hmm. But we would use 3 second-level spells on something we don't even know what it is yet. So,
right.
It's tough. It's tough. Let's use one.
Just use one.
Let's use one.
And then open the door.
We'll use one. We'll use one.
We'll use one.
All right, so you all get a minute.
Do you want to do it, Johnny? You go ahead and do it.
I only have...
Oh, actually, you know what? I'll do it because you could do other things with your slots.
Yeah.
This, to me, is already prepared. So okay. I will do it. Basically, I'm going to... All right, first I'm going to do a perception on the floor right in front of us. That's a 22. Before I step in between the doors to see if there's any danger in here.
Don't see anything.
I'm going to step up to the door and, do a perception at the door, see if I hear anything. 21.
Nothing.
All right, so he's going to...
Nothing besides these screaming lunatics 20
so
feet away from you.
He's going to beckon Vern and Johnny over, silently, formation, to get
Johnny walks sideways between these two crazy people, trying to keep equidistant between them, and jumps on the other side.
Yeah, it is very creepy. And he's going to, before he casts it, he's going to test the door to see if it is locked or not. Okay. So he's just going to give the door ask Raffo to give the door a test because he's got a weapon in his hand.
Are you stealthily testing it, or are you just testing it?
What is your stealth, Grant?
Raffo's stealth is a +2.
Yeah, that's much better than me. So why don't you try to give it a stealthy test to see if it's locked.
I didn't realize how clumsy you were, Zakari. Out of the box.
It's all the armor. Blame it on the armor.
10, 8 on the die.
All right, so you kind of jiggle it, and everyone hears it. You all hear it. It's not super loud, but it's like someone would hear that.
Wonka wonka. Okay, and it feels unlocked to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will cast Protection from Evil Communal, and I'll do a minute for each of us and 2 minutes for Raffo.
Okay.
And then we'll open the door immediately.
Boom, open the door immediately.
Oh, and I'm going to cast Weapons Against Evil. So everyone's weapon gets the good property, and it will cut through any five DRs worth of evil protection.
That's it. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you cast that, and that lasts how long?
That's
one round per level.
One round per level. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you'll burn 1 round, but we'll say before you jump in the room. You open the door, and you actually don't see anybody in there. You see a desk. It looks like an office that's pretty decently furnished.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is a mind fuck to run. Yeah, it's well appointed. but you don't see anybody in there. You see 3 more doors, one leading to the south, one leading to the north, and one leading, like, it's northwest.
All right, so once again, he'll raise his hand that has the buckler on it and detect magic and identify exactly where that aura is.
It's coming from the desk. And so you go over the desk and you look, you open the drawers, and you're not seeing anything. Roll a perception check.
20 even.
You're looking, you see where the aura is. You've opened the drawers, there's nothing popping out of your papers and stuff. But with the 20, you notice a hidden panel.
Ooh, nice.
On the desk.
Slides it to the side.
Slide it to the side, and you see a wand.
Ooh. Or wonder if it's Wand of Calm Emotions. It's probably what it is. All right, I'll do a spellcraft to identify it. 25.
It's a wand of suggestion.
Oh, even more sinister.
Wand of suggestion with 9 charges. Kind of shady that the keeper of an asylum has a wand of suggestion.
Yeah.
Very shady. This dude is awful.
Yeah, this guy's bad news.
I have no problem killing him anymore.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Like, that is when, as like a lawful good character, you can just be like, what a relief.
Yeah.
Now
no
I can
gray
just go
area.
murdering.
This guy makes Nurse Ratched look like Fraser Crane.
Don't forget everything. Scrambled eggs.
He will, with his knowledge of his spellcraftian knowledge, he will pass it to Johnny Halfling.
Spellcrafty and
yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, he will pass it to Johnny
Spellcrafty.
Halfling.
Okay.
Because suggestion is on the bard spell list. It does not
It is.
appear, it seems, on the cleric spell list.
Good to have a bard.
Johnny, this could come in handy.
Radio, partnerino.
And let's move quickly.
So now you've got, again, 3 choices. A door directly near Zakari, a door to the north, going straight north near Vern, and then a door on an angle near Raffo leading to the south.
And
Plus,
then, of course,
bunch
the
of hallways and
stairs.
doors you've passed, and stairs.
All right, Raffo, why don't you open that door to the south?
All right, brother.
Every time it gets me.
And Raffo opens the door.
And
I don't know
Raffo
how
opens
much
the
you want
door.
me to describe a door opening. Oh, you were revealing. I'm sorry. I'm
You
so
open
sorry.
the door, and it just looks like a little private lounge. Yeah. I don't want to get too dark, but you get the sense that on top of everything else, perhaps the keeper has some rather interesting sexual appetites.
Oh, God.
And so you find strange paraphernalia around this lounge. And there is no reason not to believe that some of the patients may be involved with this.
Sticks and stones may
Dark.
break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. Let's rush through here then, unless you guys want to
Okay.
explore
Oh,
it.
Zakari's like, wait. But I'm only saying that as a joke. Like, as you hurry away, he's not actually saying stop. So go ahead and open the next one. I'm following right behind you.
Raffo opens
right.
it.
You open the next door, and it's a library, like a little personal library. Quick look at the books. The focus seems to be on like ancient cults and savage practices from around the world. It's like cult study. There's a lot of books here, but that seems to be the general theme.
So it seems like then if there's a theme of this, that these people were esoteric people looking into this stuff, or at least this guy was, and maybe not even like dark. They weren't even necessarily looking for this thing in particular, but maybe throughout their studies they stumbled upon this, which would explain why they did it so poorly. Unless, there's also the possibility that it was so powerful, no matter how carefully you did it, the thing would have been too powerful. But interesting for sure. But that's a dead end there?
Yeah, that is a dead end.
Raffo pulls on all of the books in case they open a secret door.
Every single one of them.
And yeah, and now it's just a mess.
Raffo wins again. Ding, ding, ding.
Battle against literacy.
This is why we chose you, Raffo. Your thoroughness.
Can Johnny do a quick perception check on the pile of books just to see if there's anything like truly noteworthy?
Yeah, roll perception.
28.
28. In addition to like cult focus, you see books on ancient history, astrology, and astronomy. Then you see some books on portals and other eldritch topics. Nothing forbidden per se, but like, yeah, this guy, he wasn't trying to hide anything. If anyone got into his personal library, they would see where his interests truly lie.
Okay. I'm going to grab a couple of history books and portal books to read as I go to bed.
Like a little before bed reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Still have a lot of doors here. What are you thinking?
Should we continue to clear out the north side of the building?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we head out. We will take a Louis before we get to the human alarms at the stairwell, and we'll traipse down the
They've
hallway.
kind of died down, but they're still yelling out from time to time. The only difference is no one's answered the call, at least right now.
It's so sad, too. I see them, like, slumping over when they can't tell someone's nearby and just, like, kind of snoozing off. You know what I mean? And just, like, the chain keeping them upright. Like, ugh, what an awful fate.
This is some dark stuff.
This is
Yeah.
pretty dark.
Way
Are we
darker
not
than I
doing
expected.
the other doors in this room?
Yeah, that's why I thought the door to the north. Where are you going, Raffo?
Rafa ran down the hallway.
I
You
thought
fool.
that there's a library that I thought that it was a dead end where we were, but I'm happy to open the door if I'm misunderstanding the map.
We're going here.
They're
We're
going
doing
to
the north, not the south. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
You said the north. You were
said
like,
north.
I'm a moron, but I'm good with my hands. There we go. So let's open that door just without any perception checks.
the door to the north.
Door to the north.
The door to the north.
Go to the
Door to the north. All right, you open the door to the north, and you see a long hallway. There's a door on the right, which you can see now from the map, that leads outside. There's a door directly to your left, another one about 15 feet up to the left, and then the hallway just continues. It turns and also goes deeper into the asylum.
Rafa just heedlessly opens the next door. And he's, yep.
All right, you open that next door, Raffo, and you see another library. It's almost identical to the one that was off of the office and the creepy private lounge. It's just a little bit bigger and a little messier, like it's been used recently.
Well, I leave the entranceway open for my more erudite companions.
Vern will heedlessly kick open this door to the west.
Vern, not wanting to leave a stone unturned, kicks open the door to the
That's
west.
so Vern.
And you see a staircase leading down.
Man,
I
they got a
found some
lot of
stairs.
options to go down.
I'm guessing there's some basement dungeons,
Yeah.
torture rooms, perhaps.
I know. It's like, and this stuff upstairs is the stuff he doesn't mind people seeing. So like, I wonder what the hell's downstairs.
Yeah, this is the showroom.
This is the showroom floor.
Right. He's like, oh, you're here for a meeting? Let me strap you to an electric chair. And then why don't you come back here and I'll show you what's next door to my office. Like,
You ever see the movie Star 80? Come on back.
oh, man. All right. So, all right, let's just keep going to the north. Just clear it out. Clear it out, Raffo.
Absolutely. Rafa will trample down the hallway as loud as he possibly can forward and kick open the next door.
Okay. He's getting frustrated.
He's just pissed. He's
It's getting late in the stream.
Yeah.
He's like-
He's
Trying to
hangry.
trigger a cliffhanger.
I was like, you're like that strategy for Jeopardy where you hunt for daily doubles. Grant is
Yeah,
hunting for the Cliffy.
I'm hunting for daily doubles, and I'm also like,
Hunting for the Cliffy.
I can't do
What does a
one.
guy got to do to get a Cliffy around here?
Got him around here somewhere.
Gotta go back to the private lounge.
There are so many doors in this place. I can't deal with Joe prepping for 20 more minutes and doing 40 more rolls on every door we see. So I'm just kicking him open.
That's why I just stopped. I was like, all right, I guess this is not what I thought it was going to be.
You know, it sucks when they lull you into that sense of like, let's just open doors, and then you open up the fireball trap.
Yep.
That happened in Jade Region all the time. You're like, all right, we're not going to do perception at every door. Boom! Flame strike.
Literally lulls you into false sense of security.
It's so good.
All right, so Vern kicks open that door to the stairway. Johnny's just bebopping and scatting up the hallway. Zakari's right on Raffo's heels, and Raffo opens this next door. And unlike the other rooms that you've seen lately, this room is interesting and occupied.
Oh, feel it coming on.
You open the door and you see what looks like a meeting hall. A meeting hall that has been converted into, like, this isn't being used for asylum business. This is clearly being used for cult business. How he could leave this right out here in the open just shows you what type of individual you might be dealing with. That sort of braven audacity that he would just have a meeting room with cult worshipping stuff all over the place.
Braven's dead. It's brazen.
Brazen. Thank you. I was thinking Braven. You open the door, and there is a little bit of a stage, like a podium, at the other end of the room that's raised up. And one of the lunatics that you've seen so far, another inmate, is standing there, and there are 4 others just watching him in rapt attention. And as you open the door, he just says, Hanpe, Sen Ban Der, Flata 2, San B, Somate Mer Shapa, Sabado, Sabadate. And then you open the door and he looks at you and says, Onama, 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 Onama. And they all turn. None of them are wearing straitjackets.
Oh, no.
They pick up like table legs with nails sticking out of them, knives and whatnot, and they just, and run towards you. And we'll see you next week.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
You found it.
No.
I found the cultists.
Onani.
The door in the north.
The door in the north.
The door in the north.
Leads to a game of The Sims.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.